Climate strike led by young people sent thousands into the streets of San Francisco and around the Bay to say stop global warming while there's still time. KPIX5's Joe Vazquez is in Embarcadero Plaza where students, their parents, are demanding action. Joe?
Alan, organizers say as many as 10,000 people from elementary school kids all the way to high school and beyond mobbed these streets today. Many of them telling us they're genuinely worried about their future. Thousands of demonstrators took over the streets of San Francisco today to make a statement about climate change.
We missed school for this because we thought it was something important that a lot of adults weren't taking seriously.
Organizers say they encouraged young people to take off from school to join what they are calling the SF Global Climate Strike. Many of the participants told me they were pleasantly surprised the crowds were so large.
I think this is a really powerful experience for the kids. I'm just glad to see it be so big. I know it's going global, so we're pretty charged to be here.
We're about 10 years behind in terms of the actions that we should be taking to stop climate change. And so one day of disruption for the entire planet feels like not even close to the risk and the price that we should be paying for all of our actions and the contributions that we haven't made towards ending it.
Across the bridge in Berkeley, some of the area's youngest residents gathered outside of Sproul Plaza to take part in the climate strike.
There's way too much pollution and plastic in the world, and it's really destroying our planet.
Absences from the San Francisco School District were considered unexcused today, according to one principal that we spoke with. I did also speak with one parent of a child who goes to Lowell High School who said that her son simply said he had an appointment today, an appointment he is hoping the next generation, the older generation, is listening to. Reporting live, Joe Vazquez, KPIX5.
In San Jose, hundreds of climate strikers also took to the streets downtown to march on City Hall. Demonstrators took over Santa Clara Street to demand action as the planet heats up. The youth-led demonstrations are inspired by a Swedish teenager. Greta Thunberg has started the Fridays for Future movement. Now, she marched in today's New York City climate strike, not far from where the United Nations will hold its climate summit next week. Thunberg will address that summit and was excited to see today's impressive turnout.
This could only be a fantasy. I would never have predicted or believed that this was going to happen someday, and so fast in only a few months.
A number of school districts in New York City gave students permission to skip class in order to march today. The climate protest stretched well beyond the Bay Area, in fact, around the world today in more than 150 countries. In Australia, which is the world's largest exporter of coal, also in Brazil, where fires set by ranchers have cleared away parts of the Amazon rainforest, and in Kenya, with some believing that Africa would be the continent that global warming would affect the most.